Suzuki Jimny is the latest lifestyle SUV in the market, but does it live up to the legacy its predecessor, Gypsy, left? Is it a lifestyle worth living? Watch the whole video to find out. Suzuki Jimny is a new entrant in the off-road lifestyle SUVs segment which has seen a growing interest among Indian buyers in recent times. This segment saw a significant boom when Mahindra launched their updated Thar that packed the most modern features and an exciting drivetrain, and not to forget off-roading capabilities unlike any. Just like Thar, Jimny has a rich history on Indian soil. Its predecessors been living in India since the late 1980s and been serving the nation in various domains, more notably the armed force under the guise of Suzuki Gypsy. When Suzuki launched Jimny for the global markets in 2018, it was well received globally and Indian fans were optimistic about the prospect of getting one in India, but Suzuki India made it clear that they had no intentions of selling one in the country. The irony here was it was built and exported to the international markets from India. But the success enjoyed by the Mahindra Thar surely made Maruti Suzuki reconsider their decision and got to the drawing board for altering the existing Jimny to cater to the more value-conscious customers of the country. So, they came up with a more practical version of the Jimny. You see, the Jimny that's being sold in the international market is a 3-door body style, whereas the Indian version is a 5-door in the name of practicality. So, here we are nearly 2.5 years later after Mahindra Thar's launch in June 2023. Suzuki unveiled the 5-door version, and now we at Team DriveView got the chance to test drive it. Suzuki Jimny has its unique charm. Dare I say it looks cute and rugged at the same time, and it looks more traditional than its competitors, which incorporates a more contemporary element in their designs. The boxy shape inspires its go-anywhere capabilities. Suzuki has nailed the modern retro aspect of the design. Jimny has been around since the 1970s, and the models that were present during those days were called LJ and SJ. The current Jimny brilliantly captures the design of those earlier models very well while being modern enough to not look ancient. We were a bit pessimistic about the side profile of Jimny. From the pictures, I felt it looked awkwardly stretched from the side, as I was used to seeing the 3-door version from the internet, but I was pleasantly surprised to see it not the case when seen in person, and the additional vertical C-pillar glass completes the look quite well. Stepping into Jimny's boxy cabin is quite exciting and feels special, which gives a proper utilitarian vibe with exposed forks bolts, fixed grab handle, and twin-pod instrument cluster with orange backlight, giving a proper 90s vibe and very reminiscent of the old Gypsy. I am particularly a fan of the toggle switches for windows, traction control and hill descent assist, which are placed in the center just below the climate control unit. Whenever I reached for those switches, it enhanced the overall experience of the Jimny by adding a flair and drama of being inside a boxy off-roader. As cool as the interior is, the quality of plastic used is below par, but I don't think you can hold that against the Jimny. It just works and is a fair trade-off for something that looks as good as the Jimny. The seating position is high, as you would expect from an SUV like Jimny, but the adjustability is very limited and the steering is fixed. Not that you would feel the need for it, as the dashboard is flat, and the straight windscreen and squared-off bonnet gives unprecedented view outside the cabin. Jimny is adequately equipped for the top-spec variant, as it gets auto LED headlamps with headlamp washers, keyless entry, a 9-inch touchscreen with Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, cruise control, climate control, electric foldable outside mirrors and reversing camera. The whole point of launching a 5-door version for the Indian market was practicality, and to some extent, Jimny is a practical choice, at least compared to its competition, but its narrow body makes it good enough to seat only 4 passengers, and having an extra full-size adult might be a bit of a squeeze. Other than that, seats are comfortable and offer good lumbar support and decent cushioning. Long journeys with 4 full-size adults won't be an issue for the Jimny or its passenger. A slight concern that I may highlight here is the storage space or lack thereof. Only 2 cup holders for the entire cabin, and door bins are good enough to store few papers if we are being optimistic. Ride quality is quite good. It stays composed at slow speeds, and the body control over the bad road is well controlled, keeping the passengers inside the cabin relaxed. although not necessarily soft suspension does its job well to filter the bad road from the cabin, and it only gets better as the SUV picks pace. Price and our 2 cents. Suzuki Jimny starts from 12.5 lakhs and goes up to 15.5 lakhs ex-showroom. So, does it make sense to splurge for a Jimny that only comes with a petrol engine which isn't particularly powerful? The answer is a very resounding yes. Why? SUVs like Thar may offer better engine options, but over the years the overall euphoria attached to it has waned, and although Mahindra is planning to launch a 5-door version of the Thar, it still lacks in the practicality department. Suzuki Jimny is a breath of fresh air on the roads amidst very contemporary looking SUVs on the road, and with some striking paint options it is sure to turn heads. On the other hand, the cabin of Mahindra Thar is very similar to other Mahindra products. Suzuki Jimny does share bits from other Suzuki products but add its soul into it. Not to mention the reliability factor that comes with the Suzuki badge and the vast network of Maruti Suzuki service points across the nations, multiplies its ability to go anywhere, with added confidence and reassurance. Whether you get one for its off-road abilities or to use it on paved roads, you won't be disappointed. It looks great, it's very capable and surprisingly comfortable. But does it live up to the legacy left by its predecessors? Yes, it does. Gypsy was known for its ease of use and unmatched reliability. Those exact features are present in the Jimny. Honestly, I feel I am not doing justice to this impressive machine, since I haven't explored its true potential and only noted what any other run-of-the-mill SUVs would do. Special thanks to Mr. Mahesh from the Maruti Suzuki NEXA showroom at Sainikpuri, Secunderabad, Telangana. This piece wouldn't have been possible without his cooperation. Do check out their dealership if you are in Hyderabad, Secunderabad area.